Example 4 introduces the concept of break-even analysis. In this problem, we are told that WidgCo is a company that produces widgets. A widget, by the way, widget is just a generic name for any kind of manufactured good. So it says in this problem that WidgCo's monthly operating costs are $10,000, and it costs $2 to produce each widget. So that's telling you that the cost for the company just to operate, even if they don't produce a single widget, is going to be $10,000. So that might be things like manager salaries or just lease on the building, whatever, just costs that are not directly associated with the production of a widget. But then on top of that, it costs them $2 for every widget that they want to produce. They sell the widgets to distributors for $10 a piece. And the question is, how many widgets must WidgCo produce and sell each month in order to break even? Okay, so I've summarized some of that information here at the top. The company's costs are, for the company's monthly costs, are $10,000 plus $2 for every widget that they produce. And then their revenue, or in other words, the money coming into them, is going to be $10 for every widget that they sell. And we want to know how many widgets they have to sell to break even. So break even simply means revenue is equal to cost. So let me write that down here. Break even means that your revenue is equal to your cost. So in other words, the money that you have coming in is exactly equal to the money that you have going out. You're not making a profit, but you're also not losing any money. You're exactly breaking even. Okay, so to solve for this, I'm going to introduce some variables. Let's say I'm going to introduce 3 variables, even though at the end of the day we're really only going to need 1. Let R be the company's monthly revenue. Let C be the company's monthly costs. And let X be the company's widget production. Or in other words, the number of widgets produced. Okay, so from this we can get a couple of different equations. Let's look at the company's revenue first. Okay, revenue is how much money is coming into the company. So they get the company earns $10 for every widget they sell, so their revenue is $10 times the number of widgets sold. Now the company's costs are, well, they have these fixed costs or these operating costs of $10,000. But then on top of that, they have what are called variable costs that are associated with actually producing widgets. Every widget they produce costs them $2. So the total cost in producing X widgets would be 2 times X. So break even occurs when revenue is equal to cost. So setting these two equations together, or setting these two equations equal to each other, R and C, we have 10 times X is equal to 10,000 plus 2X. Okay, so now that we have this equation, it's going to be relatively simple to solve. I just subtract 2x from both sides, which gives me 8x equals 10,000. And then I divide both sides by 8, and so I get x, or in other words, the number of widgets that need to be produced, is 1,250. 1,250. That's the number of widgets that the company has to produce and sell in order to break even. So a little bit of additional information. If the company produces more widgets than this, then they will turn a profit. However, if they produce less widgets than this, they will actually lose money.